Gene. I apologize for my voice. I've been feeling well, so. I wanted to ask you, what do you think is different now that Alex is going to school versus when he was living at home?
Our lifestyle or our relationship?
Yeah, relationship and interactions, things you did, or your conversations.
Well, before he went to school, he was very open. We were real involved in his school events, knew his friends. He was always, I'm going to go hang out with John. And, we just pretty much knew what he was doing. He was always involved in family activities, at least one weekend night a week. We would do something as a family or with our extended family. Since he's gone to school, he comes home very seldom. When he does, he just brings all his stuff into his room and pretty much hibernates in there. Comes out every now and then, doesn't really, just incidental conversation, nothing of any substance. Doesn't talk to us about things going on in school or whatever. He'd always been one to talk about his plans and what did we think and all that, and he just had very little interaction now of any meaning.
So, tell me what do you think needs to happen for it to be different now? Be more like it was?
Well, he needs to, when he comes home, be involved in family like he always has been. He needs to know where he is, or want to do what we're doing, or just not act like he knows it all, has got all the answers.
So, do you remember when you went off to school?
Yeah.
Can you tell me how it was for you before you went off to school versus when you did go off to school and come home for visits?
I was very close with my parents. I felt like when I went off to school, they didn't realize how much stress there was trying to make classes, make your, be to work on time, turn your assignments in on time. So I just felt like they were kind of out of touch with what my life was like after I went away.
So, say for instance, when Alex comes home next time, what do you want to be different? How do you want it to be different? Kind of specifically, as far as what how he talks to you.
I want to feel included in his life. I want to know what his worries and concerns are, and I don't want to feel shut out.
So, is there anything different that you can do to, as far as making the situation the way you want it to be? How would you be different?
I guess approaching it more as being interested in what he's doing instead of trying to give him advice how to do it. Respecting him more as the decision maker. And realizing he's having to make a lot of decisions on his own now. Whereas before, we did have a lot of input. supposed to be an adult. And not feeling like an adult.
Okay. As far as, with that in mind, something I'd like for you to do in the meantime, before we meet again, would be to take a notebook or something and think of, kind of have the scenario going on that he comes home, and maybe you do it from his perspective of what he might be thinking and what he would like to happen when he came home, something that he would like to see different, and put it down on paper of what those things would be different. Kind of like, what's going through his mind as he's driving home. And when he walks in the door, what he's expecting. And then take a look at those things and see how you view them from a parent's perspective, and how you would want to be viewed as in his shoes. So, in weighing the two and seeing what can be different on your part, and maybe it'll be different with him too for the next time. Does that sound? Does that make sense there?
I haven't looked at it from his point of view.
So,
that would be
as far as
valuable tool, I'm sure.
things that, maybe think of things that both of you would enjoy doing at this time, since he's becoming an adult. Think of some things to do as well. Put those on the paper underneath. So, we'll take a look at those at the next time we meet.